Hi, welcome to Surviving Motherhood. So I wonder, is it just me, or do you also love it when somebody is in the wrong and they totally think they're in the right and they think they're all justified in what they're doing, but then the person who's really in the right, well, they really stick it to them? It's kind of their just desserts. I kind of really like it when that happens. And in my study of Zechariah that I'm doing for the precepts group I'm in, well, Jesus just did that, and it was so cool. I want to read the beginning of Zechariah chapter 3 to you. We're going to talk about Joshua, and I also just have to point out that place where Jesus really stuck it to Satan. Zechariah chapter 3 starts off, "Then he showed me Joshua the high priest standing before the angel of the Lord." And the angel of the Lord, by the way, is Jesus. "And Satan standing at his right hand to accuse him. The Lord said to Satan, 'The Lord rebuke you, Satan. Indeed, the Lord who has chosen Jerusalem rebuke you. Is this not a brand plucked from the fire?' Now Joshua was clothed with filthy garments and standing before the angel. He spoke and said to those standing before him, saying, 'Remove the filthy garments from him.' Again he said to him, 'See, I have taken your iniquity away from you, and will clothe you with festal robes.'" Okay, now we'll have to talk about it a little bit because there's lots of pronouns in there and it's a little difficult to know who's who. But essentially what just happened there is that Zechariah was having this vision of Joshua standing before Jesus, and Satan is standing at his right side to accuse him. And the angel of the Lord, who is Jesus, says to him, "The Lord rebuke you, Satan. Indeed," I love how he says that, "indeed, the Lord who has chosen Jerusalem rebuke you." And what I really love about that is because Jesus just sticks it to him right there. He not only rebukes him, but he reminds Satan, because Satan has come to accuse Joshua. And granted, Joshua was worthy of accusation. I mean, if you do a little bit of background studying, you'll find out that Joshua was leading, while he was a priest, a high priest among the people, and they started to build the temple, but then for 14 years they stopped building it, and there's really nothing written about what Joshua was doing during those 14 years. Question is, was he afraid like all the other people? Was he being disobedient? We really don't know. But for 14 years, he wasn't doing what he was to be doing. And so, yeah, he was worthy of accusation. But the angel of the Lord said to Satan, "The Lord rebuke you. Indeed, the Lord who has chosen Jerusalem." He's saying essentially to Satan, "You are rebuked, and by the way, this guy that you're trying to accuse, he is part of the chosen people of the Lord. Now get out of here. Your accusation means nothing to me," because, as we went on to hear, Jesus, the angel of the Lord, removed the iniquity. He had the filthy garments taken off Joshua, and he removed his iniquity. And I just love that because of, well, what it was for Joshua back then, but what it means for us today. Because like it or not, you and I, we are both worthy of accusation. We have all sinned. We all have iniquity in us and on us. But the Lord takes us. He removes us from the fire. Like he said there, "Is this not a brand plucked from the fire?" He takes us away from destruction, and he removes our iniquity. And he says to Satan, "I rebuke you. You have no grounds to stand and accuse this woman of anything, because I have removed her iniquity." Those words, that truth, it's for us. If you're feeling like you're being accused, maybe you're allowing your own thoughts to accuse yourself. "I'm such a failure. I'm no good at this. I should be better. I can't do anything right." If you've got those words running around in your head, I would encourage you to stand with Jesus and say, I rebuke you, Satan. I am chosen and loved by God, and I have been made new. Satan has nothing to say to you because the blood of Jesus has been shed for your salvation. Now you go have a wonderful, Jesus-full day.